What's up, guys? So I wanted to share some new knowledge that I've gotten, and it seems like complete sense, but it actually opened my eyes, and it was brand new to me. And it's from this book called The Five Love Languages, or Five Languages of Love. It's really popular. I'm sure you've heard of it. A lot of couples, generally married couples, are really flocking to this book so that they can learn to communicate better with their partner and have a better relationship or marriage, whatever it is. But it's also great for all types of couples. And I think it's also great for your friendships or any type of a relationship, coworkers, community, whatever it is in your life, to have this knowledge. And I wanted to share kind of the thesis of the book and how it's been helping me a little bit to just have better relationships, or at the very least, be aware of what's going on around me, opening my eyes to things that I didn't see before so that I can start to improve those relationships, because I haven't been doing a very good job, I don't feel. And this has actually stepped my relationship game up to the next level, and I want to continue to develop it. So the thesis of the book essentially is that we all receive love, maybe admiration, in different ways. But how we treat people generally is the way that we want to be treated. So, for instance, one of the love languages is acts of service, doing something for somebody else. And that's actually one of my love languages. I like when someone takes some time to think about, doing something, like what are my needs and what I like to be done. And so I do the same thing, though. If I want to show my friend, show, my lady, show my partner how I love them, I do things for them. But the problem there is, just because I like that doesn't mean that they like that. And that's kind of the thesis of the book, is you need to look at the individual, and everybody's kind of different. In his book, he describes 5 love languages, so you can tie into it. You can take the test online if you just Google it. But you need to think about that person. How do they receive love? What matters to them? Even though just because acts of service matter to me, doesn't mean that matters to them. And so in order to honor them, in order to show them love, you need to speak their language, not your own. And one of the greatest things about this entire thing that I love, now I'm kind of diving into all my friends and relationships, and even thinking about past relationships that, I probably messed up. I was giving them love how I like to get love, but not really thinking about them. So one kind of quick way to figure out what your friend wants, because you're probably asking yourself, okay, well, that's great, but how do I know what they want? Is, generally speaking, people receive love, the greatest amount of love, the way that they're always doing it. So if you notice a friend of yours is always giving like amazing compliments, right? And just acts of affirmation and things like that, that's probably a huge sign that that's what matters to them most. So if you want to love them, instead of me doing like an act of service, I would instead try to give them affirmations, say nice things about them, and they're going to receive that much more than me doing things for them. So start to look at what are your friends doing when they are in a good mood and they're treating you right and everything's right. What are they doing? What kind of things are they putting out there in the world? And I thought this was a fantastic idea. It's kind of changed my mind or not changed my mind, but opened my eyes to how people are. So think about that in yourself, in your relationships, whatever it is. I highly recommend reading the book. Maybe I'll put a link to it. It's on Amazon. I think it's like $5 or something. But think about your partners. Instead of what you want to give, instead of like what you want to receive, what do they want to receive? And when you start taking those actions and doing the things that kind of matter most to them, you'll find that your relationships start to get better, more communicative, more loving, and everything else. So I hope that helps you. I'm such a fan, and I wanted to share this with you guys in case you hadn't read it, in case you hadn't thought about this perspective before, this kind of mind shift. You guys know I'm a big fan of that word. So hope that helps. Have better relationships and have a great day.